I'm Sean Kent Hayashi.
This little girl is Burberry. And can you tell Burberry has just eaten some of her breakfast? Sometimes my dogs, their little beards get a little breakfast look to it, and it helps to comb that out. But let's keep going. In this video, I'm going to be responding to some questions that I have been asked recently and sharing my thoughts related to those questions. But first, I've got a question for you. What a beautiful boy you are. This is Mocha. And I'd like to get your opinion on something. I'm going to show you a picture right now of Mocha with his beard much longer. And then I'm going to ask you, which length do you straight look, or do you like this more rounded look? And now I'll show you a photograph with this shorter length to his beard. And I would like a comment below. Let me know, do you like it longer, straighter, or do you like it shorter, rounder? Dazzle, we got a question from one of your puppies' new mommies. She wants to know where to get marrow bones. When I'm thinking about marrow bones, I typically come open my freezer. I find the stack of marrow bones that I have. But wait, there was something that happened before I pulled them out of the freezer. Dazzle, you and I are really, really lucky because your daddy, Jim, my husband, the procurement director around here, likes to grocery shop. So the procurement director, Jim, so kindly puts them in the freezer for me. Beef marrow bones are at the grocery store, and they are often frozen. You have to thaw them out, and then you pop them out of this, and you give each dog one marrow bone. It will entertain them for quite a while. Sometimes you have to take your thumb and push through to get the marrow to come out so that they can eat it. But what's left then is the bone that they get to enjoy for a very long time. After cutting the beef marrow bones out of the plastic containers, this is what they look like. And you can see they are bloody, raw. And I will take my dogs outside and let them chew on the bones for a few moments to get some of the gookiness off before bringing the dogs in and putting them in the playpen on a surface that can be cleaned easily. You don't want to give your dogs one of these on your really great hardwood floors or your carpet for sure. So you could put a dog into a shower, for example, and have them chew on the bones in the shower. Makes it easy to clean. Marrow bones like this are a great way to help your dog get rid of tartar. And this is what the marrow bone looks like after your dogs have eaten all of the good stuff off of it. And this becomes a toy that they can chew on. It is indestructible and great for teething puppies, as well as helping keep tartar off of dogs' teeth.
Yes, in honey bear.
Second training session of the day is going on. And we know our dogs like to eat a wide variety of foods. And I'm regularly asked, what kinds of things do we use as treats when we are training our dogs? You can see here we've got some of our beef stew that we consider to be the core basic food that we feed dogs every day that has the powders mixed into it. And then we also have some asparagus and zucchini and blueberries. And our little puppies here are enjoying vegetables very much.
Yes, yes,
My dogs are typically social eaters. They've learned to eat in packs and groups. They've learned to free feed. And so I have Nellie and Ginger eating together out of the treat bowl that is being used for the puppies during their training. And both Nellie and Ginger are quite happily having a yummy meal. Social eaters, very common. If you are getting a puppy from me and you take your puppy home and you think, why isn't my puppy eating? Sit down and eat with your puppy. It works. This bowl has the Origin puppy food in it. And these two dogs need to be eating puppy food and highly nutrient dense food. And so you can see Ginger comes over, takes a few bites, then she goes and does something else for a few moments, then she comes back. And all of this is great distraction for the puppies in puppy prep school, and it helps them to learn to keep their focus on their training sessions.
Yes, Ben. Yes, Ben. Yes, Ozzy. Yes, down. Yes. Yes, down, Ozzy. Yes, sit.
And if you're wondering what my dogs are up to, they got the benefit of the marrow bones. And so each one of my dogs has at least one marrow bone. And we started with them outside for just a few moments so that they could clean them off a little bit. And then we had them bring their marrow bones inside into this playpen where I have the potty pads down, so it makes it easier to clean up after the marrow bones have been here. I'm often asked to show you what puppies look like at each stage. And so I'm intentionally right now including what do puppies look like at 3 weeks. But if you watch the video that I did right before this one, you'll see what puppies look like at 1 week. And if you watch the video before that, you'll see what puppies look like just born. So 3-week-old puppies, gonna show you in detail what's happening with them now. Huckleberry's puppies are 3 weeks old today. Huckleberry's puppies were born on July 12th, a Friday. This is Shelby at 3 weeks old. Shelby is going to Trisha and Frank. This is your little girl. Yeah, hi. And at 3 weeks old, little Miss Shelby weighs 1 pound, 3 ounces, or excuse me, 1 pound, 2 ounces. Shelby weighs 1 pound, 2 ounces today. This little girl is Asta. Hi, Asta. Asta is going to Christine, and this is one of those tricky spots for me. I have 2 people who contact me about puppies who have the exact same name. And so you 2 know who you are, because I will always talk to you as Christine from Boston or Christine from PA. Anyway, this is Asta. This is your little girl, Christine. You know who you are. And look at her at 3 weeks old. Just weighed her, and she weighs 1 pound, 2 ounces today, which is perfect for her age, 3 weeks old. My notes here in front of me say that this little girl is going to her new home on September 7th. Gotcha day for you, girlfriend. Christina in Boston, this is your little girl. Hello, cutie pie. She weighs 1 pound, 3 ounces today on Friday when she is 3 weeks old. A moment ago when we were looking at the other puppy, I mentioned to you that I have 2 people with the exact same name. Exact same name. One is getting a puppy in this litter and the other is not getting a puppy in this litter. But this puppy is also going to someone whose name is Christina, but they have a different last name, and her name starts with a K. So you can imagine, I have lots of details to navigate. This little girl, our black and silver party. Look at those beautiful eyes. Look at you. This is a 3-week-old thriving little girl. You'll notice this puppy has what we call a saddle. So she is a party color, a black and silver party colored puppy, but her black creates a saddle here on her back. Yeah, this is Huckleberry's black and silver party boy. Ray and Marianne in Florida. This is your little guy. I have him on the schedule for his gotcha day being October 4th. So he will be staying for some of our puppy prep school. I've just learned this little boy's name is Leo. I texted the videos and the photos of him as I was taking them this morning, and his family got back to me and said his name is Leo. So Ray and Mary Ann in Florida, look at your little boy Leo. This little girl is going to Boston, and she is going to one of the Christina is her name. And I have just learned from sending her the pictures that this little girl will be staying for 8+ weeks of puppy prep school. Now, when I say I just learned that, by the way, she and I talked about that multiple times, but when I sent the puppy agreement, we hadn't written those details specifically in. And when I'm doing these videos, I'm looking at those puppy agreements. So this little girl will be staying for puppy prep school and maybe beyond, because her new mommy wants her to become a therapy dog. At 3 weeks old, puppies twitch a lot. And it is very common for their legs and their bodies to just twitch. They're learning how to roll over. You are literally watching as this little puppy's brain is developing. I just heard from her mommy. I believe her name is going to be Nero. Like 0 except with an N, Nero. Liza Jane asks, I do have a question, she says. In grooming, do I need to squeeze their glands on girls? I'm a bit confused on this part. These are 2 party girls. Ginger Tea Time and Huckleberry, for example, are female dogs who I have never done anything with their anal glands. For the most part, you don't need to do anything with a dog's anal glands. If for some reason the dog's anal glands get compacted or there's a problem, then perhaps, but I would highly recommend that you take your dog to a groomer or a veterinarian and talk that out rather than trying to squeeze your dog's anal glands yourself. If your dog is rubbing its bum across the floor, that could be a sign of an anal gland issue, but it could also be a sign of several other things like worms or perhaps some other problems that I would definitely want your veterinarian to check out for you before you would just start randomly squeezing at the anus to excrete the anal glands. I am very grateful for your questions and your comments. Comments below, appreciated. Questions about things you'd like us to talk about in an upcoming video. I have a suspicion someone's going to say to me, why are you putting your hand under her chin like that? Well, if I don't put my hand under her chin like that, what happens? She wants to come over and crawl into my lap, which makes it very hard for me to show her to you in the video. But my dogs do love when I scratch a little bit like this under their chin. They also love when I pet the top of their head, and they will want to come and crawl in my lap constantly, which makes it a little bit difficult to show them to you. So I found if I just put my hand like this and rub on them, oh, that just makes them so happy. They love being petted and cuddled and hugged. This is my YouTube channel. And on my channel, I have lots of playlists. Would you please put a comment below about any playlists that you would like us to add to our channel? Your questions help us determine what videos to make next. If you have enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. And we'd love a comment with at least 5 words. YouTube needs 5 words in your comment in order for YouTube to count it. For those of you who've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I am a puppy and a dog lover. I have been working with little puppies, dogs, doing training. I first started training in 4-H. when I was 13 years old. But I would say to you, I have been a dog lover all my life. And so I love sharing. I love sharing my learning. And I love learning together. So I think of this as a community of people who love to learn and share their knowledge about puppies and dogs. If you have comments, questions, things you'd like to share with each other in the comments below, when you do, please make sure you're distinguishing what your background is. So you might say that something is your opinion, or you might share that you are a veterinarian, or you have deep expertise in puppy nutrition or something like that. Please help us to distinguish that when you respond to other people's questions. Thanks so much.